everyone, my name is Mharz. Now, it's been a while since I went out for a jog. Ever since the lockdown started back in March, I wasn't able to jog outside. Now that the lockdown has eased significantly and people can do outdoor workouts now, I think it's about time I get back into it. However, it's not gonna be the same since the pandemic is still here, so I need to wear a mask. There's a lot of varieties of masks in the market and I am so close to buying this quote-unquote athletic mask. Then I realized I can DIY this. Why would I spend money on this when I can make one almost free of charge? So here we are guys. In this video, we are going to DIY a face mask. You don't have to use it for running as I do, so feel free to use it on just casual walks. So let's get into it. I'm gonna be honest to you guys, I almost never sew stuffs in my life. Probably just a bit back at home economics class in school, so please forgive me if my stitches doesn't look really good. Anyway, what we're gonna need are some old fabrics. I'm pretty sure you have old clothes you're not using, so feel free to use that. I'm gonna use cotton fabric on the inner layer and this spandex that I got from an old bathing suit on the outer layer. Of course, we're gonna need some pins, needles, and threads because sewing, duh. If you have a sewing machine, by all means use that. I don't have, so I have to rely on my hands. Scissors to cut the threads, and a cord so we can tie the mask around our head. From what I researched, you can use shoestrings and just tie a knot around your head, but for this project, I will use this elastic cord. This cord is the same type I use in my DIY boxing reflex ball, so feel free to check that out. I found this pattern in the interwebs and printed them. I will share the website on where I found this in the description below. Just a disclaimer, this isn't a sponsored content. I found this through research and I really liked the design of this, so I rolled with that. Okay, let's cut the pattern using the scissor. Next, we are going to pin this pattern into the fabric. I folded the fabric in half so I can cut two patterns in one go. I probably should have traced the pattern using a marker or something instead of pinning the paper on it. It's actually hard for me to cut. Look, I'm a noob, okay? I tried to use stapler to pin the paper on the fabric. That did not work so well. And of course, I made a mistake in cutting. Let me cut another piece. Fabrics are cut, guys. We have two pieces of fabric, each for the outer and inner layer. We're gonna pin the two fabrics on top of each other and put a pin on the curvy side. I'm gonna draw where the seams should be and the pencil isn't really drawing any lines. Let me just dig some writing utensil I can use for fabrics. Okay, I found this oil pastel and this will work well. Let me just use my artistic skills to draw a curvy line. There we go. Sewing time! I'm just gonna sew along the line that I drew. I'm using back stitch on this, so it's stronger and that's the only stitch I know aside from the regular one. Alright, that's done as well. We are also going to do the same thing on the inner layer like so. Gosh dang it, the thread knotted up. Okay, I'll just cut this and pick up where I left off. There we go. Both fabrics are nicely sewn in the middle. Let's flip it over like so, and this will be the exterior part, yeah! Okay, the instruction says that you have to sew it in the middle along the seams again to reinforce it further, so I'm just making a basic stitch here. Doing this on the other fabric as well, in which you can see better which part I'm stitching. Nice! Let's set aside the blue fabric for now and focus on this yellow one. So we're gonna stitch the side. Oh, this is hard. I need to fold it in a way where the edge of the fabric is inside. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not good at explaining. Do an illustration? Okay, like that. Thanks, me. There we go, all done. Do that on the other side of the fabric as well. I'm just using the most basic stitch. Nothing fancy here. Now it's time to stitch the inner and outer layer together. Make sure the exterior side of the fabrics are facing each other. Like this. Let me just draw some guidelines on and stitch the top first. I'm using back stitch again because I feel like it will hold the fabric better. Alright, here we are. Now let's do the same thing at the bottom. The top and bottom are nicely stitched now, so we're gonna turn this inside out. Oh wow, it's turning better than I expected. It's really looking like a face mask. Okay, let's reinforce this further by adding a basic stitch near the edge like so. Now we're gonna stitch the part where the fabrics don't overlap. Doing that same fold in this illustration again, which is harder because I have smaller portion to work with. Well, there we go. Let's do it on all the other sides. We're close, guys. We are close. We only need to sew a little slot where we'll put in the flexible cord. Again, we'll do this fold and fold it next to the yellow fabric. Next, but not on top. Make sure to sew near the inner edge so we have a nice hole for our cord to go through. Let's do it on the other side as well. And we're done. Almost. Well, we do need to get the cord into it. Oh boy, this is hard. Okay, ooh, I found a giant needle here, which is good and a shame at the same time because I could have used this on the reflex ball episode. I'm using the spine of a ball pen to guide the needle so it won't accidentally stitch anything. I can't really give a measurement for this because people's heads are different, so feel free to measure your own length. This mask is going to wrap around the entire head rather than the ears. I think it's more secure that way and less chance your mask will fall off to the dirty ground. After some struggling, I finally managed to get the cord around, so we're gonna cut it down to size and tie a nice and secure knot. Then I hid the knot inside one of the slots of the mask. And we are done for realsies, guys. I have to say, I really like this. It wraps around the nose and the lower half of your face nice and snug, unlike most masks you find in the market. In addition to that, since we added a pocket, we can add filters or a surgical mask inside, so we can add extra layers for protection. Most masks in the market are very thin, but since we DIY this, we can pick how thick we want the fabrics be. Most importantly, it almost didn't cost me anything. I only bought the cord, but most of the fabrics are from unused clothes. And my parents have a sewing kit, so I didn't have to buy that as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this DIY vlog. I had fun making this and now I can run outside again. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that subscribe button and I will see you in the next video. Bye!